Hey there everyone, welcome back to the new video. In this video we are going to get a history for any asset. Whenever we create any asset, so that entry will get added into the blockchain. But what if in case if we are doing multiple operations on the same asset, like we have added one car into the blockchain with owner A, and again we change the ownership of that car to the B, again to the C. So there should be three transactions for that asset. So in the current state database we will have the latest value of that asset, and in the blockchain there would be three transactions. So how to get these three transactions, so we will see in this video. Let's jump into the VS Code. So in the chain code we have implemented one method get history for asset, and this method we have mentioned here as well in the invoke function. If we are getting function as get history for asset, so we are calling that function. And what exactly it contain? So stuff interface provide multiple methods. So one of the method is get history for key, which return the iterator. Once we get this iterator, we can iterate through it and form specific object for our asset. You can go through this how it's forming that object buffer, and finally we can send that buffers. Let's implement through the Postman. Again, for each video I am creating the network from scratch. In case if you are facing any issue regarding the registration of the user, so make sure that in this crypto and fabric client key value are gone. Delete everything from this folder, because if those users are already created and we are recreating the network from the scratch, that may cause a problem. So in each video I am creating the network from the scratch. Here also we are going to do same one. cd artifacts, we are running our services docker compose up in detached mode, so it will run all the services for our network. Again I'm doing this part repetitively in each video, so probably you can skip that part if you know already, and if you're little bit confused, just go through this once. Using three command only we are running our network and creating the channel and deploying the chain code and invoking the transactions through the CLI. So inside the artifacts we have docker compose file, so we run all the services. Just go previous folder, and here we have create channel.sh file and deploy chain code.sh file. First we will run create channel.sh file. It will create the channel. Actually I have added a logic for removing the old crypto materials as well. Now it will create the channel, join all the peers to channel, update anchor peer, and next one is a deploy chain code.sh. So what it is doing, what exactly is doing, it's packaging the chain code, installing the chain code on the endorsing pair, instantiating, invoking, and all these things it's doing. But it's doing from the CLI, so we already have implemented the API for that. Now our network is up and running, and we have invoke transaction through CLI as well. Now we can use Postman for getting the history of that asset. Before that we have to register the user, because just now I have created the network from the scratch. In the previous video only, in the previous one of the video we have learned how to register the user. So again the procedure would be same. Server is not running if I'm not wrong. Nodman app.js. Now our server is running, we can see in the command line. Now we can invoke the transaction for the registering user. We got token as well for the user. Who is user? Sushil is the user, and we will add a car asset. For authorization we have to provide the token, new token which we got just before some time. after registering the user. Yeah, so in body we are adding supercar which is belonging to initially Sandeep. So I am triggering the transaction. The current owner of the asset is Sandeep. Okay, so now we will change the ownership of the asset. Change car ownership. Okay, current owner of this car is Sandeep. Now we will change to Pavan. We are invoking that function, that is changing the ownership of the change car ownership. So I am sending it. In the first transaction the owner was Sandeep. In the second transaction the owner is Pavan, and again we will add another one transaction changing the ownership from Pavan to Sushil. Here again I am invoking the transaction. Why I am doing these three transactions? Because we want to check the history of the asset. Means there should be three transactions which will be coming from the blockchain. We want to see that word, and in the current state database in the CouchDB we will have the latest state of this asset as a Sushil. We can see here. Yeah, this is the supercar asset. It's having Sushil's latest ownership, correct? Now we will fetch data. We will get a history of this asset. We have implemented a method here. We have to provide this route /channel, my channel, chain code, fabcar, and we have to provide the arguments. Like arguments is the supercar pair on which pair we are executing these transactions. Function is get history for asset which is already implemented at the chain code level. Yeah, so for this asset we are fetching for this asset, that is supercar is the key, we are fetching all the history. We have already done 3 transactions on the same asset, so let's get that history of that asset. I'm hitting enter. Yeah, you can see here in the response we got 3 transactions. First, that with the transaction ID as well, and the value is Tesla. You can see the timestamp at the initial 10:59:35, 11:10:06, 11:00:27. So it means this is the first transaction, this is the second transaction, and this is the latest third transaction, and this value is in database, current state database. First transaction the owner was Sandeep, in the second transaction the owner was Pavan, and the third transaction the owner is Sushil. This is the latest value, and again in each transactions there is one flag is delete. If you want to delete any data, then it won't delete it from the blockchain. It just one flag is there, so this flag will be marked as a true, but the data would be there in the blockchain. And at the chain code level we can see here, if delete flag is true, we are not fetching the data. We can do that, means for checking or auditability you can fetch that data. In this way we can fetch the history of any asset, even though if we are doing 100 of transactions on the same asset, so we will get all these 100 transactions using this method. Yeah, so one thing here, if you want to implement the delete as well, so it's an assignment for you guys. You can do that. In case if you are facing an issue, just let me know, I will try to help. And you want me to add that method as well, just let me know in the comment section so that I can implement that method as well for deleting any asset. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the more update.